in and submit data. Nothing was really happening. It was the site itself looked like a real M&A type high level website. Higher end, it'll blow you away. He somehow designed this on his own and it looked phenomenal.
That actually scales automatically, it heals automatically, something that gets your time back as opposed to stealing it throughout your life. So that's my goal.
Yeah, I mean, this energized me. This whole thing is built. I love it. So it started out, I just had a website that I had created on I think it was WooCommerce. That was just at the time there were some fields for leads to come in and submit data. Nothing was really happening. It was, when Kato came in and looked at it. First of all, rebuilt the site so it visually looked professional. I mean, it was the site itself looked like a real M&A type high level website. And then he came up with the idea to actually have it as a lead source of two things. So first it started with a calculator, and it was a calculator that he built specifically for valuing vineyards, wineries. Okay, so now what we have is we have these enhanced reports and AI driven, but there's more to it. This is where a new buyer would come to the site and they do either free value, they'd run through these calculators. You've probably seen this. It takes about 3 minutes. Acquisition profile, and it just lays it out in an attractive format. That's fully AI generated.
Gotcha.
And these even the first match that came up was based on his based on the profile. It will allow me to adjust each year. You kind of get reports of what average acre price, and I can go in here and manually do this. This will change the rules for the calculator, and they automatically resolve that page once they hit submit. This also lands in their email. Hey Daniel, thank you for submitting your acquisition criteria. We've created your buyer profile page, and this is a seller enhanced report. Fully customizable on the back end. They have their original inputs. I can edit inputs and do a ton. The latest update was adding the automatic listings, and I mean that was like 1 or 2 prompts. I mean, it went really, and then it came full circle all the way to basically an entire brokerage platform.
Yeah.
That is as good, I think, better than really anything out there, really.
Not only that, but a brokerage platform inside of a niche market where you've got very little.
Yeah, Kato's fast. I can't imagine faster. I mean,
yeah.
How much involvement in this did you have? I mean, it was maybe 1%. I mean, in the beginning, it was Kato that came up with the lead generation through the calculator, and then I've also been using my own ChatGPT to communicate with Kato. I mean,
is because Kato is running off of an operating system, or what we call a company operating system on the back end. So every time you engage with Kato, he's committing those engagements to memory for contextual purposes. And then that way he can build on what you've created yesterday as opposed to starting fresh. That's so every request that you send to it, he commits it to memory, and then he looks at the different models. Kato's version 1 or iteration 1 on a much bigger, much grander idea that we have called Lever AI, which is an enterprise-based application that delivers Kato. And this has been a really great test case, because what we've been doing is we've been creating feedback loops with kind of our, what we call our Founders Club, which you're a part of, and just gathering as much data as we possibly can so that when we launch Lever AI, which is going to be more enterprise-based, it's going to be much more robust. It'll be faster. It'll be, it'll be built on every lever is going to be built into an Oracle environment that actually scales automatically. It heals automatically. It runs multiple agents faster, just because resources will be much more available to that, as opposed to a single server that is kind of steady state. It'll be in an Oracle environment that can, that way you get really a 360 degree view of what's going on in the business. And then you just start working on every single challenge that is facing the business and leveraging AI to grow the organization in order to create what I call a lifestyle business, right? Something that gets your time back as opposed to stealing it throughout your life. So that's my goal. And so that's the entire model that I'm building. It's like, hey, how do I protect time of all of our users and clients? How do we protect revenue and help them grow their organization?
Yeah, this energizes me. I mean, this whole thing that's built, I love it. So yeah.